Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. I hope by the grace of Almighty Allah, all of you are fine. Dear student, I am Mohammad Shahjahan, Assistant Professor, Department of Accounting, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. Dear student, today we will discuss chapter 3 and you know this is double entry system. Dear student, this is first lecture on MCQ of this chapter. Dear student, earlier we have solved the CQ, that means mathematics portion of this chapter. So I hope you have some idea about this chapter. After this chapter, you can able to know about important short question from this introduction of accounting. Dear student, you know double entry system um, uh, is the main system for doing accounting all over the world. Dear student, 1494, you know, renowned mathematician Luca Fesuli discuss about double entry system in his book. You know the name of that book also, Summa di Arithmetica Geometria Proportionalita. In that book, he wrote a chapter double entry system, and from that accounting started. That means a starting year of accounting is 1494. Dear student, in that time, uh, in that time, ancient peoples keep record in several way, and after that, Luca Pesuli feel that in a system should be needed for recording financial transaction, and he invented double entry system. That's why he is the father of modern accounting. Dear student, you know that in double entry system we discuss the formula, the rules, regulation, how we can record the transaction in the books of account in a systematic way. You know that all over the world, only one system for doing accounting, that is double entry system. That means either you are a student of Bangladesh or you are a student of Australia or America or any other rich country or any other poor country, everywhere for doing accounting, we are following double entry system. So we are from today's lecture, you learn some important MCQ short types of question from this chapter. Dear student, first question is that in which system is transaction that measured or measurable in terms of money is expressed in dual entity? That means two parties expressed in at two parties. That is double entry system. That is double entry system which system has no alternative method to know the actual result and financial condition of business. That is also a double entry system. Dear student, the system introduced by Luca Fasoli is known as double entry system. That means all over the world this system is introduced by Luca Fasoli. Dear student, the system introduced by Luca Fasoli is double entry system, which system is considered as the only complete, reliable and scientific system of accounting. It is double entry system. Dear student, I have told you that all over the world only one system. It is complete system, it is a reliable system, and it is a scientific system also. Dear student, that 1494, that means more than 500 years ago, Luca Fasoli discussed about this system, and yet all over the world we are following same system of double entry system. In every transaction there are two parties. One party will receive the benefit and another party will give the benefit, and receiver of the benefit will be debited and giver of the benefit will be credited. This is the basic principle of double entry system. Let's come to question again, dear student. How many accounts are there in every transaction? There are two or more. There are two or more. That means in every transaction at least there are two parties. In every transaction at least there are two parties. Dear student, in double entry system the same amount is written for debit and credit. That means for debit whatever amount you have written, you have to write same amount for your credit portion also. Dear student, salary paid in cash taka 50,000. What are the two accounts involved for recording this transaction under double entry system? Salary account and cash account. That means if you paid salary, your cash money decreases, so one party is cash account and another party you have given salary, so salary account. Dear student, how many principal characteristics of double entry system? It is 5. Dear student, in your books it is written 5, so the correct answer is 5. Dear student, in every transaction benefit recipient account is debtor, debit. Dear student, in every transaction the benefit recipient account is debit, and in every transaction benefit giver account will be credited, creditor. Dear student, the total debit side should be equals to the total amount of credit side. That means how much amount of debit. If you have 50,000 transaction, total of 50,000 debit equals to total of 50,000 credit. Dear student, that's why total of debit side will be equals to total of credit side. The arithmetical accuracy can be tested on certain date by preparing trial balance. That means under double entry system we will prepare a books that is called trial balance, and in trial balance we will test the arithmetical accuracy. Dear student, double entry system recognized as universally accepted system. Double entry system recognized as it is a universally accepted system. Accounting equation are prepared based on which concept? Double entry system. Accounting equation, dear student, you know accounting equation, A equals to L plus Y. S to whatever total asset of an organization will be equals to liability plus owner's equity. This concept also from double entry system. Dear student, what are the main element of accounting equation? This is asset, liability and owner's equity. Accounting equation, A equals to L plus OE, that means asset, liability and owner's equity. Dear student, there are how many main element of accounting equation? It is three element. Dear student, what increase the owner's equity? If there is income or revenue, that will increase the owner's equity. That means this owner's equity will increase if there is any income or revenue of the organization. Dear student, what decreases the owner's equity? Expense or drawings. That means if expense or and drawings, not or drawings, income or revenue, that means these two are synonyms, but expense and drawings not synonyms. Expense, if there is any expense also, it will decrease the equity. If there is drawings means owner of the business has taken anything from the business, that will be the drawings. That means if the owner of the business taken anything from the business, that is drawings. So if there is drawing, owner's equity will decrease. If there is expense, owner's equity also will be decrease. There are how many types of account? Dear student, there are 5 types of account. Thus these 5 types of account are asset, liability, owner's equity, income and expense. That means whatever the accounts all over the world or business, it is either it is a big business or it is a small types of business, everywhere there are 5 types of account. It is asset, liability, owner's equity, income and expense. That means in every organization has asset, every organization has some liability, some owner's equity, then owner's income and expense. Increase in asset is debit. Dear student, under double entry system, you know that we have to make debit and credit. So if asset increases, then it is debit. If asset decreases, then it is credit. If we take loan from the bank, then liability increase because you have to pay this amount at, later on. So liability increase. If you take loan, then liability increases. If increases of liability is credit and decreases of liability is debit. That means if liability increase, it is credit. If liability decrease, it is debit. The relationship liability is opposite to asset. The liability is opposite to asset. That means in an organization, this liability is opposite to asset. Dear student, there are some important other formula like expense. If expense increase, then it is debit. If expense decrease, then it is credit. On the other hand, if it is income increase, it is credit. Income decrease, it is debit. Dear student, now some homework. Dear student, let me discuss your homework so that easily you can solve it at your home. For starting the business, the owner brings what? Brings capital. If the owner bring capital, then owner's equity increases. If the owner withdrawn cash from business, then it is called drawings, and drawings decrease the owner's equity. If owner's equity increase, it is credit. If owner's equity decrease, it is debit. What is the main objective of business? To earn profit is the main objective of business. What is profit? The portion of income which is more than expenses. Dear student, look at the answer is given by me here. Why I have given you? Because you have to write this specific one. The profit means the portion of income which is more than expense. That means if uh, income is more than the expense, that then the difference is profit. That means if you earn 500, if you sell taka 500 and the cost of that sales is taka 400, then 100 taka is your profit. And in case of income is credit, decrease of income is debit, and increase of expenses is debit, and decrease of expenses is credit. Dear student, I hope all of you understand These are the some important MCQ. And dear student, I have given you MCQ sheet also. So from the sheet you will get more on MCQ, and the more you read